And gunmen have struck in Suwa and Dinga villages in the Mushere chiefdom of Bokos local government area of Plateau State, killing 5 persons, including a reverend, and injuring others. This latest attack came hours after Mushere community, under the umbrella of the Mushere youth movement, demanded the establishment of a military base to prevent what it describes as incessant attacks in the area. According to residents of the community, the latest attacks occurred between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. on Friday, resulting in the death of 5 individuals. Not Monday, president of Mushere Youth Movement confirmed the incident. He says many residents are still missing, and chairman of the Community Peace Observers in Bokos, Kefas Malay, confirmed the incident and reveals that injured persons are currently receiving treatment at Cottage Hospital in Bokos. And in the studio tonight with me is Stephen Okwori. He's a security analyst. He's here to look at these security developments. Maybe we should start from, the rampage in Babanla in Kwara State, where a notorious bandit kingpin, known to the government and known to the security agencies, went on rampage. What are your thoughts? When you had the daylight carnage that he unleashed on that community.
Yeah, it's sad, and unfortunately, it's known to government and also known to the security agencies. Now, it puts us in the position where we keep complaining about being reactive rather than being proactive. What is the government doing, and what is the security agencies doing in that regard? Now, I take us to the position where it has to do with looking at the crime triangle, where we talk about the desire, the ability on the part of criminal elements, and looking at the opportunity and the reward. Now, these criminal elements have the desire, the desire to commit such a crime. They have the ability, weapons at their disposal. The opportunity is there, and the reward is there. The opportunity now is for government and security agencies to see that these criminal elements don't have the opportunity to commit these criminal acts or activities. Now, if the government and security agencies don't stop these criminal elements from exhibiting the desire, the ability that they have, weapons at their disposal, at the end of the day, is the reward, and they achieve the reward either by, if they go into kidnapping for ransom, they achieve the reward by collecting ransom. If they kill innocent Nigerians, they have also achieved the reward. So what is the government and security agencies doing with regards to looking at the crime triangle for criminal elements not to have the opportunity? We must see that they don't have the opportunity, but
that they are nipped in the bud. But the case in the theater command in the northeast, is like the criminal triangle is thinning down, and the troops of Operation Haram have been doing some marvelous jobs there, really nipping the Boko Haram kingpins and their fighters in Rann. Abu Nazi was put down after fierce battles supported by ground forces and the air component of the Operation Haram.
It's commendable. This is the kind of results that we ought to hear from our security agencies, that this is what they are doing. But when we begin to look at it comparatively, the successes they have achieved in killing or neutralizing one Boko Haram or ISWAP commander.
No, not just one commander, along with several other, insurgents.
Exactly, yeah. But when we begin to look at it comparatively, the numbers of the killings of innocent Nigerians that they have killed, will it be compared to what we are seeing today? The answer is no. That's the point.
But the aim is to achieve peace and security in the entire length and breadth of Nigeria.
Yes, that's
and
right.
we're saying, are the troops not beginning, to tower above the criminals in, the security of the Northeast and other parts of the country?
Yes, that's why I said it's commendable, but what we are seeing, is it commensurate to what the result we are getting compared to what the criminals are doing? The answer is no. We're in this country where Nigerians are killed. Let me not take you too far. In the Yelota community in Benue, over 200 persons were killed. So when you begin to look at that number and look at the numbers that have been neutralized when it has to do with the criminal elements, 1 or 2 or 3 or 10, can it be compared to the over 200 that we saw in Benue? It's also happening in other parts of the country, right? It's commendable. The security agencies are doing their best. The military are doing their best. I took a trip out of the Abuja to Maiduguri, Melamari Barracks in Maiduguri. I went to the military cemetery, the Christian and the Muslim cemetery. It's endless. Nigerian soldiers are killed. And we must admit that these criminal elements are killing our soldiers, right? I am not even talking about the civilian population that they are killing, right? But in as much as we are seeing this result, yes, is commendable, but is it commensurate with what we are seeing, the result with what we are seeing on ground? The answer is no. And that's the fact. And we must agree that the issues confronting Nigerians today with regards to insecurity are beyond what we are seeing. I see in the news the National Security Advisor, the other heads of security agencies saying or telling Nigerians that they can drive. They
are reassuring Nigerians.
Exactly. But they drive from here to Kaduna, attending meetings with regards to what we are seeing or with the government in power. But they also drive. Are they driving the way I drove to your station this night? Or are they driving the way I drove to Kaduna or Kano? No, they drive with convoys of soldiers, DSS and all that, protecting them, right? Nigeria is not at peace. We must agree to that fact that Nigeria is not at peace. Because if they want to convince Nigerians that Nigeria is at peace, there are not insecurity issues in the land, then they should drive the way the other ordinary Nigerians are driving. They drive with soldiers, DSS in their convoy, protecting them. So how should we have a situation where they are telling Nigerians that Nigeria is at peace, they are doing what they need to do and all that, and they're also driving in convoys of soldiers?
But we shouldn't be blinded to, the monumental achievements that the security agencies, the military and other security agencies have achieved. I'll give you a recent situation which you're not surprised with. Mm-hmm. The Kaduna-Abuja rail line got broken down recently, and air components of the Nigerian Air Force and ground troops were there to protect the passengers until the engine was fixed. How about that?
So I should come and sit here and tell and commend them. It's their duty. It is their job. It's the primary responsibility of government. It's a constitutional thing. Section 14(2)(b) tells us of the primary responsibility of government. So if government is providing that responsibility, it is not for me to come and sit here and begin to commend them. It is their duty to provide that security for the citizens of the country. And that is an oath that they have sworn to abide and to keep to.
Okay, Stephen,
yes.
Just before we go, the NDLEA has made, so much inroads in the fight against illicit drugs and the rest in 4 months. Look at the volume, the thousands of arrests and convictions that they've made. But some people are saying it's all just about cannabis and the rest, which is legalized in some Western climes. Would you, be suggesting that? Because on another level, they say these illicit drugs, fuel various vices or criminalities.
You see, when somebody is doing well, when an organization or institution or agency is doing well, we must have to commend. I must commend the agency, the NDLEA, under the leadership of General Buba Marwa, for doing well. We must commend them. Before now, we had a former chairman that headed such agency, right? So we cannot take it away, or take away the fact that General Marwa is not doing well, or NDLA is not doing well under the leadership of General Marwa. But General Marwa is doing well. If you ask me, I will advise the president, looking at what General Marwa has done under the NDLA, and recommend General Marwa to head a ministry under his purview, as in the president. I don't mind recommending General Marwa to head the Ministry of Defense. No, seriously, because the man has done very.
Well, that's the prerogative of the president, just like you said.
Exactly.
Dr. Stephen Okwori, a security consultant. Thanks very much for coming to shed more light on the security situation in Nigeria.
Thank you.